Yo, what's up? Today we are covering severe weather coverage and probably a tornado outbreak in Canada with the 4 out of 4 threat for severe weather. And in Canada, in Manitoba and Saskatchewan, it's like right on the border. We have a lot of storm chasers in this area. But today we have a moderate risk, which is wind driven by a 45% wind risk, Sig 2, which is 60 to 100. A derecho is possible. And we also have a 5% tornado risk down here in Kansas, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Arkansas. We have some cams over here. And then we have a 2% tornado risk for whatever spin up tornadoes there are in the derecho, if the derecho forms. So we have a moderate risk, and then we have a slight risk. Down here, we have a marginal, which is a 1 out of 5 in Southern Virginia. And then, yeah, this is the risk. We do have a tornado warning right now, but no, let's turn them back on. Let's look at the next. We'll turn on. Turn on the day 1 categorical. And then we'll come here. And then this is 4 o'clock. Storms are just starting to fire over here in Montana and Wyoming. And then it's been raining over here in the deep south area. We have a flash flood emergency up here for Huntsville, Alabama. So let's go area by area for the southeast. Just continuing to rain. And then tomorrow we have a line of storms coming in around 10 p.m. And then maybe the same on Tuesday. So let's go to this area. We have a tornado warning up here already. This is just a line of storms coming through. And then we have another one tomorrow. Around Joplin in Missouri. And then we have another one on Tuesday. And then let's go up to our... We will be live covering this area up here for the next, 5 days. So, storms are starting to fire at 6 in this area.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Same up here in Saskatchewan in Canada. And then those will rapidly intensify into a line of storms that will be rotating And then down here, this will just become a big line with some rotating up updrafts. And then a derecho will probably form, because this could form like 100-mile-per-hour winds right here. And then Monday, we won't be expecting much. But then Tuesday, we just got a 45% Sig 1 outlook for, and it's tornado driven. So, that would be Tuesday. Right here, right in northern North Dakota, northwestern Minnesota. Uh, we all have a day 3 enhanced risk. What's up, my favorite weather monkey? That's crazy. And then day 4, we have around Minneapolis, and then from Thursday to Sunday, I probably will not be live, but I will. It depends how I feel after my surgery. Uh, Whether I want to like even update the Discord and stuff. But I have people that can do that for me. And then we can go back to severe. And we can take off the outlooks. And this, let's take a quick look at this. Uh, Watch like the corridor of significant winds 80 to 100 miles per hour in the afternoon and evening in this area. Wind 85 to 100, hail 1.5 to 2.5, and tornadoes is 90. I'll be back. My mom's calling me. Alright, I'm back. Uh, Ark said, "Hey, this is my first time watching you. What's going on?" We are covering severe weather in the Great Plains up here, and in Canada, there's going to be some bad weather, and then there's some wind. There's a wind threat in Southern Virginia today. There is a tornado warning in this tornado watch we have in Missouri right now. But I don't. This is definitely rotating, but it's not like bad. And this is just radar indicated. There isn't any hail either. And we do have a catastrophic flash flood warning for Huntsville, Alabama, and this is a flash flood emergency. No, yes, flash flood emergency for Newmarket, North Huntsville, and Skyline until 6 p.m. I'm over here in Atlanta, and we might get some flash flooding over here because all of this moving this way. My mom is driving home from up over here in Auburn. Let's go see if any storms have popped up in. Oh, I just did that. I have a really good mic. It's my brother's mic. I'm getting one soon. I just stole it from him for today because I knew I needed it because I don't want to be streaming and not have people understand me like my other streams. So we do have initiation down here in Wyoming and Montana, and that will go up towards Canada and North Dakota. This is our moderate risk right here. Does he need it? He wants to, but I told him I'll give it back to him in a little bit because it takes a while to like disconnect everything from the computer. So yeah, we did just get a new tornado possible severe thunderstorm warning in uh Missouri for Resco, Lowry City, and Appleton. For penny-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds until 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, which is 4:30 there. Oop. We should probably be looking at this radar site. There is some rotation. That would be right here. But that would be open air, so that's side-lobe rotation. There isn't much rotation over here anymore, so that should be allowed to expire. Looks like an area we should be watching around here. Approaching Springfield from the west. Yeah, I'm getting my own. It's just not here, and I wanted to use the mic. I asked him for it. It's not stealing. He can play his video games that he doesn't play with anyone else without mics. And we have some storms firing near Fayetteville. We do have some has cams. We did have a tornado threat. A transponder reported a brief rain wrap tornado down here. Shalom Springs. That's looking the wrong way. Is there any cams near Fairfield Bay? Where is Fairfield Bay? Clinton. Yes, there is. Look at that. I have some friends I do this with. Snoopy, are you here? It looks like this is rotating right here. And let's go back and look at this storm from the Little Rock. The cam we are looking at is right here, looking this way. So we should have a good view. Yeah, this right here is rotating. All right, let's go back to weather-wise. There's some scud rising. You can see this rotating right here. Up here, this is Fairfield Bay, Arkansas. Well, for over here, we should look at some. Let's look at all the cams. Can't see nothing there. That cam's looking the opposite way. A new severe thunderstorm warning for 60-mile-per-hour winds and wind-sized hail was just issued. Pine Bluff, Arkansas. The storm looks. There's some rotation in this storm. Just a little farther back. We'll put that over here. Actually. Here. this one, can go look Fairfield Bay. On this one, we can go Pine Bluff right here. And then on this one, we can go let's see, where else do we have storms? El Dorado? No. Arkadelphia? Do we have any storms? No. We're going back to weather front in a moment. This looks like a wall cloud forming back here. Let's look at the storms in. Let's see. Any of these looking in a good direction? Coleman? No. I'm just looking to see if any of these are looking towards storms. The Starkville storm looks crazy. Caldoni? And we no, I don't yet. I do not have the watch time yet. So if you would like and subscribe and even continue watching, that would be most appreciated. And we will turn this one on, and we'll go over to not that one. Amory. I'm looking in the wrong state. I just clicked the Duplo one again. Starkville. West Point. I did it again. There isn't really a way right now. There will eventually. Amory is north of Aberdeen. That's this one. No, it's the Aberdeen cam. There. And weatherfront. Okay. And we can clear that, turn that off. The tornado report was already also reported on weatherfront. We have some storms coming up towards Texarkana and Atlanta in Texas. These storms actually... Is the storm rotating? Rotation would be right here. Yeah, that storm's rotating, and that storm might produce a tornado. I'm changing this back to white. I don't have either, sadly. I am kind of in a little bit debt right now, so I'm trying to do this for a little bit of money. So I'm just trying to rack up some watch time so I can start getting singular dollars per 100 viewers. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning over here near Billings, Montana. And it is kind of rotating down here. No, that's hail contamination. It's not rotating. Actually, it still might down here. Yep, that's rotating. Right here. Right here, there's a low, I would set that up, but my parents aren't home, and I would most likely need their permission to do that. So, uh, if you come back another stream like tomorrow or Thursday or Tuesday, uh, I might have a different answer for you. To look up in Canada, this storm is rotating near Fairford. Actually, never mind, it's not. They do have like random traffic cams up here. In Fairford. But they aren't live. On weather-wise, you can see where the storms are forming up here, right here. I bet you could see that on Weatherfront too. In Canada, the high risk is in this area. I think it might be down to the border, but I'm not sure. Well, we can check here. Yeah, it's just in that area. Day one. Alright, there. And we can also go to the Canadian radar, which is pretty cool. We'll go to this one. Go to velocity. We do. I haven't updated. I don't play Fortnite anymore, unfortunately. Let me just go clarify with. Alright, I just asked. I just totally doxed myself. There might be another circulation up there. Look at this storm. I can see some rotation right here. It might be rain wrap tornado. We have for 1.25 sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds for Brodus. And there is an area of rotation right here. And do we have... We have a tracer on this storm. And we do officially have a PDS tornado watch. What is the probabilities? 20, 10, 90, 90, 40, 40. Okay. And we did also just get a new severe thunderstorm warning north of Bolivar for Warsaw, Lincoln, Iconium, and Osceola. We need the Pleasant Hill radar site. And are they still... There's some rotation in there, but... Tornado. Both of these have tornado possible tags, so... And then let's check on all these small developing storms down here over Little Rock. There's some 50 or 60-mile-per-hour winds over Little Rock. Most of my subs are from shorts I used to post that had to be deleted for, I guess, personal reasons, I guess. But like, I have an average of like 3 viewers at a time. I'm trying to like promote it so it gets more out there, you could say. But yeah, this is pretty much normal. Normally I don't Yesterday I was live for 3.5 hours and I did not have any chats. Today I am live for 45 minutes and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So that's already 16 chats better than yesterday. Shreveport, let's see what they got. The storm south of Atlanta near Linden has some rotation right there. Hey Snoopy. Why did I say that like that? That was weird. Uh Ark, do you wanna join the Discord? It's in the pinned link. Or have you already joined? Haven't looked. Because I need to approve members. A special weather statement was just put out for 50-mile-per-hour winds and a quarter of an inch of hail just north of Little Rock for Gibson and Valonia. Storm near Mountain Home just got a 5:06, so 4 minutes ago. No reported brief funnel that lasted 5 minutes near Mountain Home. I think that was just Scud, because there is 0 rotation there. There's some convergence over here. That's hail, I think. There's 2 spots of rotation, and none of them are where they're supposed to be. Or where a tornado would happen. And Arc, if you join, I have to approve you. So let me know when you join. If you join. The storm near Columbus just popped up, and it is already kind of rotating. This is one for 1 1/4 sized hail now until 6 o'clock Eastern. I need to change this. General. No. I don't even know what time zone this is in. Till 4 p.m. Mountain Time for Broadus. Let's go check on this Canadian cell. Really tight rotation right here.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
There is. It might be rain wrapped. Yeah, there's nothing showing up on the correlation coefficient. Okay. You applied and I approved you. So you're in. I just have to ask you some questions real quick. Or did you? So are are you in the US? Or just DM can you DM me the state you live in for roles purposes in the Discord? Just click on my name and go to message. And we have a tornado warning for Nelson, Hughesville, until 5 p.m. Central Time. Maybe this? There might be two areas of rotation. Because this is rotating down here too. I got your DM. I will add you for the correct roles in the Discord. here. East, and then, oh, there it goes. Okay, you should be set. All right, back to streaming. Do we have Missouri traffic cams? We have some for Kansas City. Uh, Missouri traffic cams. And if I find any, I will put them on the screen. Because it's just north of Sedalia. And cameras. What other games do I play on stream? Sometimes I do like GeoGuessr. Sedalia. Right here. Just south of Marshall. That's looking west. I play GeoGuessr sometimes. I play Fortnite. Not anymore. Sometimes I play, there's some other games I play that are weather related on stream. When this crosses the highway, where's that cam? Marshall Junction. That cam's right here. Do you have any cams to east of that? Yeah, but where is this gonna cross? Ridge Prairie. We need a west-looking cam. That's not looking west. That's looking east. Where's this one looking east? Yeah, this one's looking east. This cam's looking east. So, if it crosses over Ridge Prairie, which is right here, Or is it right here? Ridge Prairie, just right here. Actually, it's going directly north towards Ridge Prairie, so that cam might be good. There definitely is some rotation down here. Is there anything on the ground? Uh, is that clear air? Yes, it is. Okay, that is not a tornado. Northeast Alabama, yes. Sure. Are you near the flash flood emergency or what? I if you live in northeast Alabama, I think it's raining. I live just north of Atlanta. So, it's gonna rain here for a while. So like in this area. Alright. We do have some weatherwise cams in this storm. It's just some very broad rotation, but we can see. - 719. Ah, yeah, nice. I like when people do that. We also now have a storm chaser going south from Fayetteville. On weather-wise, that would be over here, Fort Smith, Fayetteville. This storm near Prairie Grove has a meso on it, and I think that's where James Hilger is going. If only this cam was faced the other way. Is there any areas of rotation in Arkansas right now? All of these storms have some sort of meso right now. Let's see. Yeah, I do. Do you? Wait, I have a pet picture in this one? Oh, yeah, I do. So basically, this is just I also don't know why I didn't give you a welcome message. I'll post the picture of my dog. I also need to plug my phone in. Good thing I have a cord right here. Pictures. Collections. This. Alright. 1.1 3/4 inch hail is observed in just north of Brodus, Montana.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Actually, did they send? They're sending. They're sending right now. Alright, let's go back and cover this tornado warning. did not send. There. The Canadian threat should be starting in the next couple hours. We have a special weather statement in Central Virginia for Dillwyn. All right. Have we talked about the PDS severe thunderstorm? I do not think we have. So this is the severe thunderstorm warning, severe thunderstorm watch. It is a PDS, particularly dangerous situation. We have a considerable damage threat near Brodus. We've already covered that. There really isn't anything else going on, so let's go check in with Ryan Scholl. And then Nick Gorman is over here with Tornado Pagey, Jacob McMillan, and Edgar O'Neill. Okay. This is not good how sunny it is right now. He just got it like last week. I do not stream with my brother. My brother has no interest in this. And then Tornado Pagey might actually be talking. thanks for your weather report, Bryce. They are all in. Why are my city names not showing up anymore? Uh, this right here is an outfill boundary. When I try to connect it, it says it is a 5-ion microphone. Yeah. I know what type it is. I just haven't looked into it. It looks like there could be a significant tornado, but this is just hail contamination. I wish we had a radar site on this border for tonight. Is there anything happening in Texas today? We do have a pretty strong line of storms going through Chicago right now. Chicago, Illinois, Indiana border. This is just wind and hail from last night. Maybe from these storms? Did this. You are? Cool. It looks like. Is the storm recycling? Alright. Let's look at the storm near Roundup, north of Billings, just north of Broadview. Montana traffic cams. Alright, it's time to see if Montana has some traffic cams. Let's see. Billings. Billings cameras. Is there like a map or something? Yeah, here's the state map. Billings Roundup here. Where's Bull Mountain? Doesn't look like there's any mountain over here. Maybe weather-wise will show. Are there any cams on Interstate 87, just north of Billings? Maybe this one? That one's looking west. This one looking north?
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Everything but north. So does that mean the one in the storm up here? The one, that storm, that cam, where's 87? 87 is the one that goes directly north. The cam is over here. Near, just south of Clean. Let's look at the Clean. And then cameras. Billings. So north and east. So there are no cams that have views of the storm right now. Um, let's go look at the latest HRRR models for the 20Z. So you know what? I'll be right back in like a minute or two. Alright, I'm back. And now let's check on the HRRR model for here. So that is 6. So this is what it looked like an hour ago. Storms are just gonna keep going north. They might form a line. And then tomorrow morning, storms will fire early in the morning and come through the same area. I honestly think this line, as it goes east, could produce a spin up tornado. Just looking at like the Cape values and all that. Just like that. And a couple hours ago, it was saying that this line comes through northeast Alabama at around 5 to 7, and then Atlanta at like 10 at midnight. So, yeah. And then we can go look at this area of storms that basically disappears. But now we're starting to see storms initiating in Virginia. They will be south of Richmond mostly. Anything in Texas? No. There might be some storms tonight in Nebraska. But the main threat in the US is right here. So around 7 is when this discrete cells start to rotate. And then they just take off, form a line. I do think this storm and these storms could produce tornadoes in this area. Because as we keep going, this storm is staying discrete. If you're in Weyburn, I would watch out around 10 p.m. Eastern. And then once it catches up with this line of storms, most likely it will become a derecho with 100-mile-per-hour winds. So I am thinking I'll be live for the next 4 hours, maybe. So around 7. Let's go look at Canada. So at 8, storms are starting to initiate around where our chasers are in that area. And then they start. This storm is going to be rotating from here to here. And that, according to the HRRR, that is 150 miles. Yeah, I know. I was getting lazy. I was sitting back in my seat. Um because this is bad, basically. And then it just keeps going. And cape values are around 7. They aren't actually that high. But like a tornado can still form in 200 cape. But the reason why all the chasers are down here is because there's almost 5,000 cape. And up here. And then our SIG tornado parameters are up to a 7. That also is really not good. Alright, I have to give the mic back to my brother who doesn't actually need it. But I have headphones that hopefully will work. Alright, so my brother's going to take the dog out, and then he's gonna take the mic back, and then go use it to not talk to anyone while he plays his games by himself. I don't understand that. Well, I am $200 in debt. I cannot buy it from him. Alright, so here. But I knew you were the second viewer. Just lurking. Like, he's playing a solo game. Not streaming. Doing nothing. He's... I don't want to say he doesn't have friends, because that's mean. But, like... He... Like... I don't even know. Wall cloud, but 10 northeast. Alright. So this storm is starting to rotate near... Oh, who sent that? Any... Where's that? He's down here. I told him to take the dog out, and he's on his way back up. So that I'll need like three minutes to get everything set up after he gets back. You'll be able to hear him come in because he's gonna start screaming at me for no reason. Thunderstorm watch was just uh sent for southeastern Saskatchewan. Tornado watch for the Saskatchewan Manitoba border. Bruh. Don't say my name like that. And you were just yelling at me when I came. I feel so stupid now. Yeah, you don't get your mic back. Wait, when was the last time you actually went outside besides going to Wakagi? And where did you go? It, this storm down here near Granby is rotating a little bit. There's some rotating. Yeah, I know. It's not. It's not just him. He's probably scaring the crap out of the dog right now with his screaming downstairs. This storm, there is going to be a big hail threat tonight. Haha, you can't get in. I locked the door. The storm northeast of Little Rock just got a severe thunderstorm warning. That storm has a hook on it, actually. Thank you. Is there a tornado on the ground with us? No. How long? I can't see. I don't know why I can't see that. That's weird. I kind of have a feeling it still wasn't him.
Behind you with a microphone.